Okay, so now on this segment, we're going to talk about Truth Brigade. Now, what have you heard? You've heard your daughter talk about how she went to the May 1st marches and started talking to the Minutemen of San Diego and thinking that they could help her because they speak out against injustices done to Americans where the illegal smuggling, trafficking, corrupt people get advantaged over Americans. You know, they get favoritism in courts. We heard about the Border Patrol being arrested for shooting the smuggler in the butt when he tried to run back to Mexico, even though he was shooting at the Border Patrol. Border Patrol got in trouble for shooting him back and got him in the butt. We know about that. They speak out against that. So she moved in with this girl named Christy Kabowski. And tell us a little bit about that, Mama.
Well, the lady is crazy. I've listened to her radio shows on Talk Shoe. She talks about she can walk on water, she can fly, she can move matter with her mind, and she took you in for 3 weeks, took all your money, and then all the craziness come out, and you had to just leave. And she's like hounds you over the internet. She just keeps hounding, and we're trying to get rid of her because all the craziness is going to be out.
Okay, so you've heard about the San Diego bombing, right? And there was a guy named Eric Robinson, something I can't remember exactly, but I know it was a African American that bombed the San Diego bombing, and he was on Truth Brigade. You've heard everybody talking about it, like you've heard Freedom Fighter Jim talking about how he heard it, and there's other people that's heard it on the radio where he was on there talking about you don't have to have a license and everything. So your daughter tells you about how she tried to tell before the San Diego bombing, okay, but nobody listened to her.
Nobody would listen because she's been deemed delusional by the crazy judge in Georgia.
And the San Diego County just jumped on it. So, social workers. Now, these social workers, they work with Deidre. You would think if they worked and did their job appropriately, they would see that your daughter isn't crazy or delusional. I mean, she may be a little naive, but really, how is your opinion of everybody? There's social workers here working with her. Do they think she's crazy?
No. They just want the money. It's all about, San Diego is all about getting the money for these boys. They don't care that they have no family there, that we love them. We're capable of taking care of them here. We have lots of family that loves them, and we'll take care of them.
So there we have a second terrorist act that your daughter had information about that was overlooked because she was deemed delusional. In your opinion, do you think the Department of Homeland Security, or maybe even the DIA, because we're fixing to have a court hearing against Sheikh Mohammed, do you think they should listen to your daughter?
Yeah, I do, because actually some of those were the ones that lived there with y'all when y'all were traveling around going to school from Alabama to Houston, and there's a paper trail where y'all worked and where y'all rented apartments. All they got to do is check the paper trail.
Wow. That's a lot of Homeland Security issues that has been overlooked due to evil, lying, selfish, greedy, corrupt social workers and juvenile judges. I think, what do you think, that CPS courts should not be closed?
They should be open.
This is the worst case scenario of why we should not have closed courts anywhere within the United States. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, because they go in there. The 3 times that I was out there, I stayed a month and a half. We didn't get to say one word. All the lawyers, guardian ad litems, and there was plenty of lawyers and guardian ad litems, we didn't get to say one word. They went in there, they made their decisions, hit the gavel, and it was over. But we had to be there. They said we had to be there. For what? I don't know, because we didn't get to say anything.
Yeah, so your southern daughter talks like a southern redneck. Be hard to mistake her not being able to speak English. So, boy, how can you tell if she's crazy if you don't even know if she speaks English? How do you feel about that? I mean, if you don't even know if she speaks English, how do you know if she's crazy?
Well, it sounds like you're speaking English to me.
Well, let America decide. Do I sound like I'm speaking English? Does my mama sound crazy? Now we're going to see some videos with my grandpa and my other family members, and you make up your mind. Do I sound like I'm crazy, or do I sound like I've gotten with bad boys on my episodes of running away from home? And guess what, America? I ain't running no more. I'm ready to take my stand and tell America what all I've seen.